Faust, nice to see you. Are time for your appointment to discuss new AgWeb policies.
You must be the new AgWeb administrator. Nice long sleeve sweater. Did you know it is going to be 105 degrees outside today? You should have worn your itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
Faust, how was your flight down to Mexico, Missouri this morning? You know that bikini comment was chauvinistic and inappropriate. This is a place of business. The good old boy network is being broken up.
I flew in low under the radar in the dark. I am incognito. Cannot be too careful. So you think my bikini comment was just a bit degrading to you?
I do not like being talked down to, like I am just another pretty face with an empty head. I am not a bimbo. I am being groomed for Greg's position here at AgWeb. He holds a staff position, is an executive and has line authority. I intend to be the typical overachiever. There are two words I do not HVE in my vocabulary. One is failure. The other is can't. Let's get down to brass tacks. I understand you want to discuss policies I am implementing here at AgWeb and have serious concerns.
First of all, I do not think you will have a problem assuming Greg's position. I assume that position every time I purchase a piece of equipment, seed, chemicals or fertilizer. If you contact DP, he has the stuff you need to making assumption of the position much easier. I thought Heather was going to assume the position. But she wanted more exercise. Seems like you and she have something in common. Exercise. I like overachievers, people who do not know their limitations. I was one of those once in my life. What is your self-destruction date?
She was being groomed for the position until it was discovered she was going to stab Greg in the back. She is now working for USDA. Of course you know that you provided her with letters of recommendation.
Well, what can one say when one is willing to assume the position? So where is Greg?
Greg is with the Pro Farmer Tour and is digging root pits and counting kernels on ears of corn so he can nail down yields so our producers can make good business decisions on this year's crop.
Did he take Larry, Mo, and Curly with him? Maybe he will help them get their comic book corrected. If yield is all Greg is nailing down, he is going to have one boring trip. You know that whole Pro Farmer Tour is a sham. It is just one big party hitting one bar and stripper joint after another on their way across Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, with the ultimate destination being Iowa Corn Farmers Pole Dancing Club in Mingo, Iowa. That is where the Pro Farmer Drinking Championship is held each year. It consists of a shooter of cognac with a chaser of a glass of beer, the last man, woman, or she-male, sitting at the table as champion. These guys must be party animals. Some of these guys may wake up married to one of the guys. You know, in Iowa both sexes can marry each other.
I understand you want a few answers. I will answer anything you can that is covered by my pay grade. This is going to be a whole new experience for AgWebbies. What are your questions? I have to go to the gym to work out this afternoon. You know what they say, healthy body, healthy mind.
So you like burning calories. There are better ways. Question number 1. Do you think that America today is a kinder, gentler place than it was a decade ago?
Faust, that is an excellent question. But first, your remarks regarding assuming the same position as Greg will no longer be tolerated at the new kinder, gentler AgWeb. With regard to your question, America is a great place to raise a family, and if you were in Mexico, Missouri, it is much better. Here we are in the land of milk and honey, no unemployment, no sickness, all our children will be Rhodes Scholars, our bank pays 5% on our savings and checking accounts. No real estate foreclosures, no bankruptcies, we all have our 201k, our McMansion, our new car, our golf club membership, and AgWeb pays for all our health care. We view our home as an investment, and know it will be the largest investment we will ever make in our lifetime. We have weekends off with 4 weeks paid vacation, and AgWeb is providing a trust for every child so that their college will be fully funded. We are the sheeple, we are believers, we are blessed, we are the 99% who are consumers.
WTF sounds like Fantasyland to me. When was the last time you met with your psychiatrist? Why is it I always get one of these? You do not have much contact with the real world, do you? You need to get out more often.
Faust, there is no one more tolerant than the 99%. We just require that you adopt our beliefs, join our church, and assume our lifestyle, so you can become part of a group that makes you feel important, that recognizes your accomplishments, and as a member of our group you will be a member of our community. We just love being sheeple. We have no tolerance for individual achievement, individual effort, individual thoughts, because those characteristics are disruptive to our sheeple lifestyle, and that is one of our most important rules. We all live the same lifestyle. One of the main recreational activities is watching paint dry.
WTF, so as sheeple you have no tolerance for disagreement, alternate ideas, or individual ambitions, or individual accomplishment. In short, anyone with those characteristics do not belong on AgWeb. Because you want to create a more gentle and kind website which caters to all the sheeple, most of whom, if hooked up to it, died a long time ago. It is nice to see that the new farmer no longer thinks for himself, has no level of risk assumption, never gets the opportunity to fail at his chosen endeavor, and considers being on the golf course socializing and being a sheeple more important than taking care of business and doing his own work. What a crock. You only want zombies on your site and in your town.
I will no longer tolerate abusive behavior, trolls, off-colored remarks, not staying on thread topics. We want to make AgWeb family-friendly and cater to those think right like we do. We do not care that Elvis had a birthday on August 16th, that John Wayne was born in Waterloo, Iowa, or that Paul Revere warned the British. These are all givens.
Well, may I enlighten you? This information crash, you overachiever balloon. First of all, Elvis died on August 16th, it was not his birthday. John Wayne Marion Morrison was not born in Waterloo, Iowa, but in Winterset, Iowa, and Paul Revere wrote to warn the colonists that the British were coming, not to warn the British that the colonists were coming. Nice to see how the 99%ers like to rewrite history books. If 99% of our population do not know history, and were educated on an Xbox and TV, we are screwed. You are definitely not a bimbo.
Faust, what was your last question? You have your interpretation of history, your interpretation of the facts, but the 99%ers think otherwise.
I would like to know what legal remedy is available to the AgWebbies who relied upon misinformation on your site. The commentators, the journalists, and the sponsors have provided information which may be misrepresentations of the facts. An example would be grain sale and purchase recommendations, developing and publishing crop reports which are erroneous, educators who publish findings and recommendations regarding GMO research, chemical and fertilizer usage, recommendations regarding estate planning, tax planning, and the direction of land prices, interest rates. This list is comprised of vested interests attempting to interject their beliefs into the marketplace, and where farmers to their detriment rely upon those representations. What is AgWeb's liability to those who relied upon the guesses of these so-called experts?
That question is for someone over my pay grade. But I think you will find that AgWeb does not endorse nor is it liable for the recommendations, advertisements, or solicitations from parties who have a biased interest in selling or promoting a product.
So what you are saying is that policing what one utters on a thread that conflicts with your biases and beliefs is more important than the damages suffered as a result of misinformation sponsored by advertisers from whom you receive payment to post and publish on your site. In short, you are saying most of us are screwed. Where is the nearest bar? I need a Corona, and witness how the 99%ers party.